Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Futures. I'm Joel Holland, and we're in Hollywood. We got to sit down with the comedian and talk show host Jimmy Kimmel. Pulled him off his set of the current show, Jimmy Kimmel Live. So thanks a lot for sitting down with us today.
You know, it would have been nice if you waited until I was done with the show. I didn't think pulling me off in the middle of a segment was appropriate, but you're young and you'll learn.
You know, it's just we're these A-list celebrity types. We don't wait around. Today we're going to be picking your brain to find out what it's like to be a talk show host. As you know, I think millions of people would love to be in your position, sitting here in front of an audience of millions, having a great time, kicking back, laughing, getting paid for it. So the first thing I've got to ask you is, what do you attribute your success to?
Well, I mean, number one for me is physical fitness, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I do 1,000 sit-ups a day, 2,000 push-ups a day, and then I write comedy.
Very nice.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think really hard work has been important, you know, because there's a certain amount of luck and there's a certain amount of talent, but really if you work hard, I think that you can, they say you can do anything. I don't believe you can do anything. Like, it doesn't matter how hard I work, I would never be in the NBA, but I think that in this particular area, if you keep working and working and working, and you're not a lunatic, it'll go well for you.
Okay, now, did you ever get discouraged along the way? I know, just as a brief background, you were fired 4 times from radio positions when you were first starting out.
Thank you for bringing that up.
No,
yes.
I don't mean it as disparaging at all.
I did. Many times I got discouraged. Fortunately, I have an enormous ego that really never... Nice. I always felt it was everyone else's fault but mine. But no, I did get discouraged. I mean, there was a time where I was unemployed after my first radio job. I got fired, and then I was out of work for 10 months, and I had to move back in with my parents, and it was a miserable time, but I just kept making tapes and sending them out to radio stations and making phone calls and just driving people crazy until eventually somebody got sick of it and put me on the air. You know, there's no one path to take. There are a lot of different paths you can take, but for me, radio was a great way to kind of learn to be a broadcaster, and it is an easy way to get in because there's radio stations in every town, and you know, you think, oh, I could never get a job there, but the truth of the matter is, if you show up at that radio station every day and volunteer to answer the telephones and you know, and just do anything you can to help out, eventually they'll have no choice but to hire you to do something.
Sure.
And eventually you'll work your way in there. And for me, you know, I worked my way in, and then I worked my way to various markets as I was fired from different jobs. Sure. And that's just how I did it.
Terrific. Well, this has been a wonderful and informative interview with Jimmy Kimmel, the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Thank you very much for sitting down with us today.
All right.
It was a pleasure watching you on the show, sitting in the green room. That was quite a surreal experience.
You did a very nice job. You did a very nice job.
Thank you. This has been fun.